I hope everybody has their depression meds ready because it's the most depressing episode of Silent Hill, too. It's the finale. Things are getting real. And it's been a rough week. So I do advise, viewer discretion advised. If you're having a bummer week, which who isn't at this point, bad week for the world and America, the VOD will be here for you later. Just, go out, touch grass, but in a nice way.
I won't be here later.
No.
But the VOD will. So VOD Jan and VOD Jess will be here later for you.
Yeah. To experience a very, very sad thing that rules. Because back in 2001, games were not this. This was like the first sad game I ever played in my life. And it changed the trajectory of my life to
Let me
be
tell you
sad in this way.
This time I'm not going to get a literary classic wrong by the author. Let me tell you about Jude the Obscure, Jess. That dude just has a hard life, written by Thomas Hardy. Not Tom Hardy, the actor. Thomas Hardy.
Not Venom.
Not Venom. Not Venom. Michael Morbius does not mention him. That guy. Whew,
he name drops Venom?
Yes, he does.
I didn't know that.
That was like the big line in Morbius, like, I'm Venom. And then the guy's kind of like scared and confused. And then he's like, just kidding. It's Morbin time.
It's Morbin time. Just kidding. Just joshing around.
Classic Jared Leto things.
Oh, he's so twisted. What
Shall
an
we?
actor.
Shall we, Jess?
Yes, we shall. We left off having just learned that we killed our wife.
Okay, I was half scared that we'd be at the wrong save again, and then it didn't actually.
I was
save.
also low-key. I was kind of terrified of that. Scariest part of the game so far for me. And yeah, we've discovered that the hotel, once we've learned the gruesome truth that we smothered our terminally ill wife to death.
Right. Okay.
The hotel, the facade that we were imagining the hotel looked like, it all crumbled. It's all grimy, gross, nasty. There was clearly a fire here in the hotel.
Is this where we're going?
That's where you're going.
Okay. Let me know, folks, or just relay for me if you need to bump up the audio juice. Wait.
Leave us both the hell alone!
I was weak. That's why I needed you. Needed someone to punish me for my sins. But that's all over now. I know the truth. Now it's time to end this.
Sorry, I laughed because I read the chat saying, "No, my backup wife." So hey. And this time it's personal.
This is a bad time to forget how the controls work.
Jan.
Hot swapping, baby.
Yeah, sword fight time.
Oh, that was a weird sound.
Nice glitch. Those shotgun pellets just bounced and ricocheted inside the helmet there.
Okay, hold on. This is what we're gonna do. This is the move.
Okay. I'm excited for the move.
Come on, fuckers.
Yeah,
Bow!
oh!
Did I get one?
You
Let me
got
pause.
him. You got him a little bit.
Fuckers, I'm playing with time. Never mind. All right. right. I just want to try one more time.
Yeah. Of course.
My playthrough, my rules.
Yeah, why wouldn't you try this? Why wouldn't you do this? I'm excited to see you attempt such a thing.
Which one was the one I hit already?
Oh, good one. Nice chunky, like nice meaty hit on that guy right there.
Oh. Not right now.
Where am I?
Who am I?
Where's my wife?
What did I do? Damn, talk about repressed trauma.
I know, right? This guy.
You know, I was having a
Men will literally go to Silent Hill instead of getting therapy.
I'm probably gonna get whapped here. Okay, there we go. Aha!
Whap? Wet ass pyramid head?
I don't want. No one draw that, please. No one.
Please draw that. Send it to only me.
I'll pay you.
I just want to say that the Silent Hill meme game is like and has been pretty good for 20 years, except for the ones about how Pyramid Head is very sexually not great.
Oh, they're both gonna bot me. Haha!
Good dodge. I also want to mention that, because I'm the pop-up video person of this game, that previous cutscene, in the HD collection, when Maria gets stabbed right through, there was a texture glitch, and one of her eyes was teeth.
Let me pause faster. Okay, one more
What
shot.
Jan!
I don't know, I thought it was, what if it's a goof? What if you try and pull a fast one over me?
Just
Okay,
slit
is
his
this incredibly
throat.
annoying to the audience at home?
I think it's great.
Okay, cool. I see, I'm diffusing the tension. This is what I do.
You can do this. You can do this way. This is a valid thing to do if you want to do it.
My aim is true. I'm a piece of shit.
Ooh, it is. Yes. Good hits. You're getting good hits on these fools.
Oh, please,
They're also
please,
getting
please,
good hits
please,
on you.
Please.
This is a strat. It's valid. Valid strat.
Okay, because I'm getting tired of it.
You can just shotgun or rifle them if you want.
I guess so.
Absolutely.
Not as fun though, you know, like.
Oh, that's true. I should mention that a pop-up video, in case you're young and don't know about MTV. It was music videos where little factoids would bloop, bloop, bloop about the production of the music video and stuff like that. VH1. Oh my gosh, sorry. Pop-up video. Also, that previous cutscene, in Japanese. So James says, "I was weak.
stop
That's
aiming.
why I need." I was weak. That's why I needed you to punish me for my sins. In Japanese, he says, "I was weak. Thus I willed your existence." So it's a little even more like on the
Sad.
nose about like these are conjurations of his guilt to
Manifestations.
punish him. Manifestations. Thank you.
Not that conjurations is not a real word.
I can't believe you're manifestation splaining.
Where y'all going? Oh,
You did it. I love that they don't even give you the satisfaction of killing them. How weird.
just wanted to double check. Hey, I know I've already unrepressed this trauma, but
Have you seen this lady?
no.
You seen my wife?
Tight. Okay, cool. Just double checking. Maybe I'm not a piece of crap. I am? All right.
Yeah.
Ooh, which door?
What's behind door number 1? It's your wife. She's fine.
Okay, well. Locked? There's a round indentation in the door. More puzzles? I thought we were done. Round indentation in the door.
You don't have what you need.
I figured.
Pyramid Head, stop moving. It looks like he's holding something.
Rust-colored egg. Scarlet egg.
This is the only place where he is called Pyramid Head, except in the description of the Great Knife. I'm sorry, what are those?
Eggs. Still really low, Jess. You need to bump that.
Damn it! Hang on. Okay.
There you go.
God, it just blows my ears out.
Do we need to egg both doors?
You gotta egg both doors. You hooligan. Little eggs. Little weird eggs. The common interpretation of that, by the way, it looks like there's a face on that door, but it's just pareidolia. The common interpretation of those eggs is that the rusty one represents Mary and the red one represents Maria. That's just fan interpretation. Nobody knows what those eggs are about.
Mary?
What do you want, James?
Did I break it?
Does it restart?
Did I break it?
When you... I hope it restarts when you go back in. What the fuck?
Oops.
Oh, please restart.
Oh no. They're supposed to be
Jan!
talking, I'm assuming.
Motherfucker.
All right, let's do this properly.
You didn't save after you beat the... Oh my god.
It's fine, it's fine. I'm not gonna goof around. I'm just gonna shooty shoot.
Oh my Jan.
Hey, quit.
Oh.
Y'all chill. Watch, I'm gonna die now. I'm gonna die now.
No, you're gonna be great. You're gonna be great. It's gonna be fun.
It wouldn't be a proper Silent Hill finale without a little shenanigans, right?
Oh man, that's really funny. It's really funny because that conversation skipping it has stakes, and I didn't know you could skip it by leaving from the door you just came in from. I thought they locked that door behind you, so that was a totally new thing I didn't know you could do.
Hey, that's what we're all about here on Giant Bomb.
Why's my Discord going off? Shut the fuck up.
Got it in the head.
Man,
Whoa, fancy moves.
I'm really curious about why your bullets are ricocheting within the helmet there. Ooh.
Oh, don't do it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Axe.
Close one. Close one.
Okay. You know what? Maybe this doesn't do it. Aha!
So there's this is the only place in this game where a certain symbol shows up on that carpet down there. These Mark of Samael. Or the Seal of Metatron or whatever it is. I think it's the Mark of Samael. Whatever. No, it's Metatron. Anyway, whatever. That shit shows up down there. You saw that in Silent Hill 1, and Pyramid Head's dad, Masahiro Ito, actually regretted putting that texture on the carpet. He kind of just did it for no reason, just because it looked cool. And he was like, man, I shouldn't have cheapened that symbol by putting it on this carpet. It's kind of just weird. I don't know why I did it.
Harry's, like, got a lot of wind up on him.
James.
James. Right. Harry would never.
Harry would never hurt his wife or anybody that wasn't in the way of, you know, because he was protecting Cheryl or something.
Oh god.
Ugh.
I hope I'm not rinsing through all of these.
You're fine.
You hit one of them?
Yeah, you can toggle back and forth.
Oh,
Ooh, good dodge, good dodge, good
Eat
dodge.
it. Eat it.
Frame perfect. A beautiful dodge.
Oh, you son of...
Oh,
One.
one. It's the right time to dodge. He's got a long reach on that lance.
Two.
I love how heavy they sound. Like, it's goofy.
Three. Four.
They sound like they got cement shoes on. Oh, nice. By the way, if you want to get really fancy, don't forget you can strafe with L1 and R1.
We haven't done it. Why start now?
Not gonna start now. I've like tried in the past to like strafe and whoa, nice
Three.
fancy wind up there.
Four.
I've tried to strafe this fight in the past. There you go, they're done. You killed them.
Watch, I'm gonna break it again.
They're going to the center. They're dead.
Hard stop.
I love how quiet it gets. Just
Okay. Just in case.
there you go. There you go. There you go.
I find another way to do this.
And like, even though that conversation that we're going back to get, it does influence the ending, I feel like it is worth, I just want to show off all the things possible, you know? So, and I'm not doing this to try to steer you to one ending or another or anything like that.
Well, I mean, otherwise I'd just be walking down a hallway. And
Yeah.
what game has ever walked down a hallway or like an air duct perhaps and have a lot of dialogue happen? You know, never in
Never.
games.
Unheard of. What do you think? How do you think this is going to end? What do you think this ending's going to be? Do you have any ideas?
Honestly, I think he's going to off himself.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be overcome with grief and guilt that may be James's only way out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not going to go behind me.
Mary,
What do you want, James?
I brought you some flowers.
Flowers? I don't want any damn flowers. Just go home already.
Mary, what are you saying?
Look, I'm disgusting. I don't deserve flowers. Between the disease and the drugs, I look like a monster. Well, what are you looking at? Get the hell out of here. Leave me alone already. I'm no use to anyone. I'll be dead soon anyway. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. It'd be easier if they'd just kill me. But I guess the hospital is making a nice profit off me. They want to keep me alive. Are you still here? I told you to go. Are you deaf? Don't come back. James, wait. Please don't go. Stay with me. Don't leave me alone. I didn't mean what I said. Please, James. Tell me I'll be okay. Tell me I'm not going to die. Help me.
Happy Friday, everybody.
The gap in voice acting talent is
I know. Monica Taylor Horgan, the voice of Mary and Maria, by the way, did you know that they are both the same voice actress?
Go
I
figure.
didn't. I didn't personally because like she's really good at both of them.
gonna go through this door.
Yes. You're loud. She knocks it out of the park. And later I have even more voice acting trivia to share after the final cutscene about how incredible she is as a voice actress. But yeah, as I already said, this game's a bummer. It keeps becoming a bummer and more of a bummer and more of a bummer. So, hey, if that bummed you out, need a break? It's okay, man. We're probably gonna take a break ourselves after all this depression.
The silence is bugging me.
Silence is deafening. I love it.
Wait a minute. Silent Hill?
I've mentioned this before, but like, I absolutely adore the sound design of these games, and a lot of it is purposefully used quiet moments, like just hearing the rain. You know, there's something nerve-wracking and sad that they're not going over the top. There wasn't this huge sweeping orchestral, don't you feel sad music happening while Mary was begging you to stay or leave or whatever. Like, they could have made it stupid and manipulative. Got my notes. Got my notes out. Jan, for God's sake.
Someone please mod this in.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, who's
I can't believe what ending you just got.
Mary?
This is crazy.
When will you ever stop making that mistake? Mary's dead. You killed her.
Maria? It's you. But I don't need you anymore.
What? You must be joking.
Did I have
But I can
saved
be
again?
yours.
Did I save again?
I'll be here for you forever. And I'll never yell at you or make you feel bad. That's what you wanted. I'm different than Mary. How can you throw me away?
I understand now. It's time to end this nightmare.
No, I won't let you. You deserve to die too, James.
You accurately predicted that you fight a monstrous version of Maria.
Well, hard turn. She's sending bats.
It's moths.
Two. Move, move. You idiot.
Didn't quite focus enough. You idiot! Killed your wife, and now you can't even kill your wife.
What? Now's not the time.
Pressing every button. I just imagine him getting strangled and pulling out the map and being like,
I should have checked out this bar.
Can you give me directions to the bar?
They
Is
had...
it too late to backtrack?
What is... Stop. Stop. Chill.
Buggies.
Okay, I don't know where Maria is.
So, the design of Mary/Maria is kind of based off of a hospital bed. And
Right.
also, like, evocative of the flesh lips that you fought in the hospital earlier, which were also evocative of a hospital bed as well. And then you've also got the abstract daddies, which, even though they're technically Angela's monster, they are relevant to James because, again, we've got the same thematic through line of a bed
Move.
and just like the sexual frustration of James having to be a caretaker.
Chill out.
That's some loud moths.
3, 4.
Ooh, you got her, like, kind of stuck back there. I wonder what she was tripping out on.
Doesn't look like she can trip on much because she's not on the floor. 1, 2. Nuts.
Bugs!
Stop it.
You can unlock
Shots.
a bug spray type weapon that apparently
You
deals with
idiot.
those.
You idiot, James.
Never done it myself.
Got one. Are these guys hurting me?
Yeah, a little bit. Very, very little bit. Over time, they do. Someone in the chat suggests you should try the big sword, see if you can reach her.
Oh, believe me. As soon as it looks like she's about to bite the big one, I'm gonna pull out the big one.
Okay. We're gonna close up this metaphor and hit her with a very, very big phallic object.
Yep. Classic way a dude's brain works, right?
Yeah, man. All men be thinking like this.
Let's solve our trauma by causing more.
Again, men will literally do this instead of go to therapy. Just go
They'll
to
play
therapy.
Silent Hill 2 every Friday with their coworker that enjoys the series, and that's inadvertently a way for the male coworker to solve his own trauma, but he's not seeing any of it at all. He's just like, big sword cool.
Big sword cool.
Damn. I wish we could make shirts faster, because that sounds like a fun shirt.
Big sword cool. I mean, look at Cloud Strife.
Yeah, if you want to talk...
Cloud Strife. Talk about an emasculated character. He's trying so hard to be cool. That big sword.
Should have big sword cooled.
Now she's about to bite the big one.
She's about to bite the big one?
James.
Oh, wow, we ran out of rifle.
Ooh, just out of rifle ammo. Very nice. You can't change the ending now, okay?
I
Very
can't.
fitting.
James.
I'm sorry!
Just right in half.
Mary?
James.
Forgive me.
I told you that I wanted to die, James. I wanted the pain to end.
That's why I did it, honey. I just couldn't watch you suffer. No,
Loading.
that's not true. You also said you didn't want to die. The truth is, I hated you. I wanted you out of the way. I wanted my life back.
James, if that were true, then why do you look so sad?
Mary?
James. Please. Please do something for me. Go on with your life.
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you. Waiting for you to come to see me,
It's the rest of the letter.
but you never do. And so I wait, wrapped in my cocoon of pain and loneliness. I know I've done a terrible thing to you. Something you'll never forgive me for. I wish I could change that. But I can't. I feel so pathetic and ugly laying here, waiting for you. Every day I stare up at the cracks in the ceiling, and all I can think about is how unfair it all is. The doctor came today. He told me I could go home for a short stay. It's not that I'm getting better. It's just that this may be my last chance. I think you know what I mean. Even so, I'm glad to be coming home. I've missed you terribly. But I'm afraid, James. I'm afraid you don't really want me to come home.
Yeah.
Whenever you come see me, I can tell how hard it is on you. I don't know if you hate me or pity me. Or maybe I just disgust you. I'm sorry about that. When I first learned that I was going to die, I just didn't want to accept it. I was so angry all the time, and I struck out at everyone I loved most. Especially you, James. That's why I understand if you do hate me. But I want you to know this, James. I'll always love you.
Could have ended it there.
Even though our life together had to end like this, I still wouldn't trade it for the world. We had some wonderful years together.
What a gauntlet.
Well, this letter has gone on too long.
Mary, as you're
So-
writing this, it is still going on long.
I'll say goodbye. I told the nurse to give this to you after I'm gone. That means that as you read this, I'm already dead. I can't tell you to remember me, but I can't bear for you to forget me. These last few years since I became ill, I am so sorry for what I did to you, did to us. You've given me so much, and I haven't been able to return a single thing. That's why I want you to live for yourself now. Do what's best for you, James. James, you made me happy.
That was done in one take on the first take.
Ah, brava.
Monica Taylor Horgan, everybody.
Oh.
and like she was actually like crying a little in the VO. It was like the first time she read the letter or something like that, like crying in the VO booth. Jeremy Blaustein was like, he reported like there wasn't like a dry eye in the house, whoever was listening to record this. So you got the Leave ending against all odds. I really thought, with all that knife examining you were doing, that you were going to get the ending you predicted. Oof. Turn it down, the man.
Turn down the music?
Yeah, it's pretty loud.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It rules, but yeah.
Ooh.
I can't believe you got the Leave ending. You were examining that knife like nobody's business. I thought you were going to get the ending you predicted, which was in water. Which we will, I guess, if we have time, also be checking out, because I made a little folder full of endings for Jan to check out.
Yes, I did not download those.
Well, you have time. The credits are long.
Ooh. Where does the forks happen in terms of getting endings?
So, it's so interesting. This is a game that does not even advertise that it has multiple endings.
Sure.
But this game has a lot of secret little things going on. There isn't a true fork at any point. Way ahead of its time in that regard as well. But basically, to get the ending that you got, the Leave ending, basically, this is, quote unquote, the best ending, although your mileage may vary on whether you believe that James should be leaving with Laura.
Where did you
I
link it to?
did.
No,
I
where?
definitely did.
No,
It's in the Silent Hill Run to the Hills folder on the drive.
Go on, Jess. Go on.
Yes. But there is no canon ending in this game. All these endings are valid completely, which is another thing that rules. There isn't like a good ending, a bad ending, a middle ending. Like these could all be true, all of them. Even the joke ones, which we'll also be covering. But the Leave ending is basically the James is at his heart a good person ending. He regrets what he did. He did it in, desperation, and it was not with actual hate in his heart or anything like that. And he does feel genuinely remorseful of what he had done. And to basically get that ending, you have to play this game like a good protagonist, man. Like a hero. You basically have to keep your health good, heal yourself immediately. Don't be too risk-taking or anything like that. You also have to ditch Maria as soon as possible. In general, don't hang out with Maria very often. Don't treat Maria too nicely or too preciously.
I didn't know that was a thing you could do that much.
Yeah. So remember when you skipped, you went straight to the bowling alley, and I told you like, oh, you can go down that whole road, Nathan Avenue. And when you get to the end, there's a map that says, hey, go to the bowling alley. But you skipped it, you went to the bowling alley. If you hang out with Maria more, like that's part of the hang out with Maria part. You're just spending more time with Maria by going back and forth on this big long road. And also don't, if you bump into Maria a lot, if you're not really giving too much of a shit about her getting hit or nudged around by you and stuff like that, that means that you're not thinking of her very much. You don't think very highly of her. And also listening to the whole hallway conversation also helps you get this ending as well. But so does the In Water ending, which I will show that one off first. I've labeled them with numbers, and the one you want to play is number 2.
Number 2. Let me just
number 2.
Double triple check. Oh, what is this?
Oh, this is the PC credits.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's the Enhanced Edition credits.
Oh, yeah. Bravo to this team, honestly.
Yes, we should watch this. Absolutely.
Yes, please.
Incredible.
Jess, are the clips that you have, are they leveled appropriately, or do you think
they
they're
should be? Okay. They're at -6 dB.
Yeah, honestly, I think the thing I've been impressed with a lot of the time is just like, this game looks good, but based off of how you've talked about this game or the original PC port, is probably really, really bad. So shouts out to this whole team of like really dedicated, talented fans. Like, it's wild.
It's and you know, leave it to the fans do what Konami don't. Because Konami did release an HD, you know, collection of this game in Silent Hill 3, and it was notoriously shitty. Bad frame rate, shitty looking fog, textures all over the place, being glitchy and weird and buggy, loads and loads of bugs. And it was simply, you know, it was a complicated situation. The producer, Tom Hewlett, unfortunately caught most of the heat for that. And yes, producers do, you know, share some, you know, responsibility in the end product of something. But when you're working for a company like Konami that just doesn't want to spend the resources and time to make something good, there's nothing a producer can do except get it out on time.
Yeah.
And like, he was literally in the hospital with his wife was in the hospital because she was having like a kid and having some complications or something like that, and he was literally in the hospital playing the released version of the HD collection and writing down bugs, and he found out that it was the same list of bugs that he had sent to Konami 4 months ago. None of them got fixed.
Man.
And it's like, what can he do about that? You know, there's only so much a producer can yell at people, I guess, but I mean, he seems like a nice guy. But yeah,
is that it for credits?
that's it for credits, I believe.
Let me just pause in this menu so we don't play that automatic cutscene. Oh, here we go.
Oh, look at these beautiful stats.
Look at how many rank stars I got.
Nice, almost 5.
Oh, I thought, what about the bottom ones?
Oh, those are like adding up to the next one. Yeah.
Oh,
It's like,
okay.
you know, it's 4.8
Saves
instead of
54,
5.
6 hours. Running distance. That's funny. Defeated enemies by shooting. Defeated enemies by fighting. That would have been like more had we had the our good old friendly hammer with us. Boat
or
stage
pyramid
time?
heads. Yes, the boat rowing across the lake to the hotel. That actually matters with regards to getting 10 stars as your rank. So people doing 10-star runs have to do it quick, accurately.
Damn.
And you have to kill a certain amount of enemies with your gun as well. Like, it's a whole juggle. I have utmost admiration for anybody that can do a 10-star run in this game. It's really something else.
All right. Jess, are you ready for that ending?
Yes. There
Okay.
are 5 endings we have to show off.
Yes.
But don't worry, I skipped the credits.
Okay. We're enrolling that one now?
Mm-hmm. All of this footage is from SilentHillMemories.net, by the way.
Mary?
Wrong again. Mary's dead. You killed her.
Maria? Maria, I'm done with you.
What do you mean?
It's a little
I
loud.
can be yours. I'll be here for you forever. And I'll never yell at you or make you feel bad.
Okay.
That's what you wanted.
I'm taking a note.
Now I understand. The problem is, you're not Mary.
No, James. I won't let you. I'll never let you have your Mary back.
Mary.
I thought she was going to turn into a nun for a second.
So yeah, then you fight her and you kill her.
Does the boss battle change at all, or is it?
No,
Okay.
same boss battle. And this was the ending I thought you were going to get. And I'll explain the factors that lead to this afterwards.
Mary?
James.
forgive me?
I told you that I wanted to die, James. I wanted the pain to end.
That's why I did it, honey. I just couldn't watch you suffer. No. That's not the whole truth. You also said that you didn't want to die. The truth is, part of me hated you for taking away my life.
My life.
And you're suffering for it. It's enough, James.
She gives him the letter. That's the letter.
Mary?
James.
Squeaky chair.
Now I understand the real reason I came to this town. I wonder, what was I afraid of? Without you, Mary, I've got nothing. Now we can be together.
In my restless dreams, I see that town.
And he drives into the lake with her body in the car.
Okay.
So this ending was actually foreshadowed. If you look at the parking lot of the Historical Society, there is some car tire tracks heading straight like into the fence into the lake. So it's pretty cool. But to get this ending, you have to be a big sad sack. You have to kind of play the game like you're suicidal. You have to look at Angela's knife a lot, which you did.
Oh.
Which is why I was a little worried that you were going for the most depressing ending, because you were really interested in that knife, which, you know, the game is interpreting that as suicidal ideation, continuing to look at this knife that a suicidal woman gave you. Meanwhile, a normal player is just like, what is this for? What puzzle is this for? You know? But it's tracking that. It's tracking how much you are looking at that knife.
Whoa.
And you have to not look at Mary's photo, at Mary's letter, nearly as often as you look at the knife, which you did. And with leave, it helps to look at Mary's photo and letter a lot, because you got your wife on your mind, and oh, what a good husband. But this ending, yeah, you have to look at that knife a lot. Reading the diary on the roof of Brookhaven, that also contributes to this, because that's a very suicidal diary up there.
Right.
Looking at that message in the bar that says, if you really want to see Mary, James, you should just die. That contributes to the suicide ending there. Listening to that audio in the reading room of the hotel, Mary's going to die. You must be joking. And listening to the hallway conversation. Those are all things that contribute to that in water ending. So I really thought you're on track. And also keeping your health poor. I think that was the thing that tipped you over to get the leave ending and not in water. Because keeping your health really shitty, not paying attention to your health, being risk taking, those are all like considered like, you know, suicidal sort of like ways to play this game. You're not keeping yourself safe.
I see.
And that's how the game's interpreting that. So it's all these little factors running underneath everything that's tracking you.
So I got a question. And now it's safe for me to look at chat because, we finished the game now. Do you think it was different because I would use it versus examine it?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I'm not super sure. I think, don't quote me on this. I'm not
Okay.
super sure, but I think examining and using are both like contributing to your chance of getting the suicidal ending. Most people get in water the first time simply because if you're playing this game like a normal video game player who wants to, keep the main, like, the through line in their head, like Mary. Like if you're role playing kind of and playing as a normal protagonist who you want to do well, you're probably going to take care of him. You're probably going to wonder what's with this thing in my inventory. Where's my wife? Because he's bringing up his wife all the time. So that's like a subtle thing that makes sense, a weird amount of sense.
Yeah.
And the last main ending, there's 3 main endings that you're eligible to get on your first playthrough. And the next main ending is number 3 in your little zip file there.
Playing that.
And based on where Mary's standing, you can tell which ending you've gotten.
James, I've been waiting.
Mary. I'm sorry it took so long.
Didn't you want to see me?
Yes, I wanted to see you. Even an illusion of you. That's why I came here.
It's not true, is it? You killed me.
I couldn't watch you suffer.
Don't make excuses, James. I know I was a burden on you. You must have hated me. That's why you got rid of me.
It's true. I may have had some of those feelings.
Some of those feelings.
It was a long 3 years. I was tired.
That's why you needed this Maria person? James, do you really think I could ever forgive you for what you did?
It's Morbin time.
It's morbid time. Yeah, this is a certified not wife guy in this version.
Uh-huh.
James.
Oh,
Let me reload.
hang on, honey. I gotta reload.
Oh, I missed the first time.
Just whiffing my shots, wifing my shots.
Dang, we don't even get the reconciliation, I guess. Is that the right thing to call that scene?
Yeah, you don't get that.
You killed Mary again?
That wasn't Mary. Mary's gone. That was just something Maria? Maria,
What, James?
I want you. I want you with me.
Are you sure?
Look, I'm in too deep.
Let's get out of here.
And I'm trying to keep
What
all
about
these
Mary?
stars in my head.
It's okay. I have you.
In my restless dreams, I see that town.
Dang.
Dang. Wife's dead parkour.
So what do you want to do now?
Want to get pizza?
What's your favorite color? Oh, wow. Oh,
You'd better
no.
do something about that cough.
He says in the most threatening manner possible.
So Jess, something that has just popped up into my head here
Right.
is, I think in the last 2 endings we've played, there's been a specific sound. It goes, boo, boo, type of thing, right? Like it's not quite a
What?
siren. Hold on.
You mean like like those drones?
I don't even.
Those high drones?
Sure, those high drones. And it's making me think that I know we joked about it, Silent Hill being an influence in rap because of Kendrick Lamar's new album, but it makes
been
me
sampled.
think of
Akira Yamaoka's tracks have been sampled in rap music. I don't remember which tracks.
because this makes me think of this, and I'm just gonna play it real quick. So you hear this? Like that droning sound?
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
Schoolboy Q and Silent Hill interlinked like this.
Nice. It's nice. So that is the Maria ending, obviously. And the way you get that is, being real horny for Maria. Basically, you have to keep her number one. You have to ignore Mary's letter and picture. Don't look at the knife. But also, like, don't bump into her, don't get her injured, do that optional conversation in the hospital where you leave her and then you can talk to her again, which we did, and try to get back into her prison room where she gets killed, which you did, and skipping that hallway conversation. So I wonder if you did skip that hallway conversation, would that be enough to tweak you over to that ending? I don't know. And if you were to examine that knife like 5 more times, would that be enough to tweak you over to the in water ending? I'm not sure. But basically, this is what's special to me about this game. This is one of the things that is special to me about this game. Not only did it like start me down the track of like horror, liking horror stuff, becoming a video editor because I wanted to show this game and other Silent Hill games to other people with Let's Plays. So now I have the cool job I have now because this game inspired me to show it to other people and try to illustrate why it's special to me. But one of the reasons it's special is that the endings are done in such a way that you don't realize the game's judging you. It doesn't advertise this at all, that it's doing that, which is so cool. But it could have and probably should have been a back of the box, like multiple endings, blah blah blah. Secret stuff happening as like a gimmick, and they decide not to do that. But also, all of those endings could be canon. They could happen, and it completely depends on how you see James as a player. Do you think he does feel sorry about what he did? Then the leave ending makes the most sense to you. If you think, regardless of whether or not he feels sorry, do you feel like his guilt would overcome him and he wouldn't be able to move on and have a healthy life and he would kill himself in despair? Then in water makes sense. If you feel like this guy is so delusional, completely in denial about being a wife guy who misses his wife, blah, 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 then Maria as an ending makes total sense. And then he's continually in this cycle of denial where he's going to do this all over again, basically. So it's super cool. And there's always been like debate about like what is the right ending for this character? And it completely depends on your interpretation of the character. It doesn't change what the character did. He canonically killed his wife. The endings don't change that ever. It's just his motivation that changes based on your vibe of the guy. And that is like so cool. And I don't think at the time, I never saw anything like that before, but I still don't think I've really seen that elsewhere in a way that is as successful as it is here, because James is such a weird, like, character and has these layers to him where it's like, yeah, I can't tell how sincere he is. Do I believe him? You know?
Yeah, I can't immediately think of one. Let's show off the rest of the endings
Yes.
real quick. So here's
Absolutely.
ending 4.
Ending 4. This is Rebirth. You can only get this on a New Game Plus. It might also be a director's cut only thing.
James.
Maria, I'm finished with you.
But I'm what you wanted. Mary's dead.
Wow.
Don't you understand? She's not coming back.
I'm finished with you.
But I can be yours.
Finished!
I'll be here for you forever. I'll never hurt you like she did. So why don't you want me?
Because you are not Mary. Without Mary, I just can't go on.
Oh, James. Come on, James. You must be joking.
Oh, James.
I'm finished.
I'm finished. It's like a little kid saying the line. So this ending, you have to do a whole bunch of stuff and collect a whole bunch of items. 4 different items that are all very occult. Oh, hang on, honey. Oh, wait.
Missed again. Okay, cool.
Look at that little white bundle in there. What's that? It's Mary's body.
Oh,
He brought it with him in the car. It was in the car the whole game.
You look so peaceful. Forgive me for waking you. But without you, I just can't go on. I can't live without you, Mary. This town, Silent Hill. The old gods haven't left this place. And they still grant power to those who venerate them.
trying to Pet Cemetery her.
Power to defy even death. Ah, Mary.
Enjoy the refreshing taste of Mary. Ah, Mary.
Hasn't she been dead for 3 years though?
No, she was diagnosed as terminal 3 years ago. It's
Okay.
kind of agreed upon in the fandom, for the most part, that she died more like 3 days ago. I don't think there's any like official like citation on that, but and yeah, he has her body in the car. Everyone assumed it was the trunk, but I believe Masahiro Ito clarified she's in the back seat of the car. You can't look into the car to see it, but this whole time she was in the back seat of the car.
All right. Well,
So the way you get that ending is, like I said, New Game Plus. When you do New
4
Game Plus,
items.
there's a couple of different items around Silent Hill. You have to collect the White Chrism in the apartment complex, the Book of Lost Memories at the gas station, the Obsidian Goblet at the Historical Society, and the Book of Crimson Ceremony in the hotel library. And once you've got all 4 of those together, you get the Rebirth ending. The place he's rowing to, you can actually see on the map, if I'm not mistaken. There is a little island in the middle of the lake, and it has a little church on it, and you cannot go there. You only go there in this ending. So yeah, and
okay.
that white thing in there, once you HD it up, it is very clear that's Mary's body. Now for the fun endings, because why would I like a game this depressing? Isn't there some joy to be had in this game? Oh yes. Let me show you number 5, the UFO
Mambo
ending.
Number 5.
Mambo number 5.
Wait. It's our boy.
He's all polygonal.
I like this shitty music.
Arg! So that's the canon ending. To get that ending, again, this is a New Game Plus thing, and this might be the director's cut version of the game. But at the very beginning of the game, in that the very first room you start in, that dingy bathroom, there is a blue like stone, like a little channeling stone, just like in Silent Hill 1, on the floor. You pick it up, you use it in 3 different places. They're all outside, and that same little weird cutscene, basically, that played in the first game's UFO ending, that happens 3 times. And then the last place you use it is right before you put that videotape in the VHS player.
What a weird game.
And now it's time for everybody's favorite ending, number 6.
Number 6.
I'll just play it. The dog ending. You turn it down a little tiny bit.
Yep, we just saw the price of Dogecoin skyrocket.
Sing along if you know the words.
Oh yeah, fun memories like this.
Yeah. That little pyramid head on the screen.
I don't understand what this is.
The dog ending. And to get that ending, this is a New Game Plus after beating the sub scenario Born from a Wish, which we have not played yet. Maybe one day. Which is on this, by the way. Remember Born from a Wish? If you go to the start screen, there's a sub scenario button. But after you beat Born from a Wish, you can find Oh no, wait, that's the UFO ending. You have to beat Born from Wish. Dog ending is New Game Plus after getting all 3 normal endings or the Rebirth ending. So you have to play the game at least twice, 3 times really,
man.
technically. But yeah, and what you do is across from you went to this lot, I believe, across from where you get out of Rosewater Park. There's just like an empty lot.
Yeah.
On this New Game Plus, there is a doghouse in that lot, and if you investigate that doghouse, you get a little dog key that's shaped like a bone.
Okay.
And instead of going into room 312 to start, the normal endings of the game where you put the VHS tape in and all that stuff, instead you go to the room next door and you use the dog key there, and the dog is in that room controlling everything that's happening in Silent Hill. How you doing?
Why?
I don't know. But I have a shirt about it.
Fantastic. I so confused.
So, yeah, weird game, right? Weird.
Really? Huh?
How do you think you handled it? How is the spook meter, the spookometer? What do you think? Weird game, hey?
Yeah, weird game, and you and I will probably expound upon our thoughts more when we do a lovely PowerPoint wrap up type of dealio. But my immediate thoughts are, it's kind of wild that that in 2001 there are games handling very mature themes out there.
Yeah. Usually, like, rated M for mature just means like there's
gore.
titties in here or gore. Yeah.
Yeah. And I know
rare.
a lot of that isn't like explicitly spelled out, right? Like, you could walk into the room where you had the boss fight. I forget what it's called. The one with
Abstract Daddy.
Yes, the Abstract Daddy.
How can you forget such a memorable name?
I mean, that's what I am, right?
Yeah.
And you could just see it, and just the points could just immediately whoosh over you, right?
Absolutely.
And then, like, even the scene with Angela, like, walking up the stairs into the fire and all that stuff. It's just kind of wild to see that mature type of content was trying to be covered in a video game.
It was funny because, like, when I first played this game, I was 16, 17. A boy that I liked recommended it to me.
Yes,
because I was like,
I remember.
interested in horror stuff, right? And I barely played it. And it was kind of pitched to me like, oh, this is like a really dark, really scary, really grim, really fucked up
Right.
game, man. And like, that's coming from a 16-year-old boy perspective, right? So I played it and I was like, this is more than just like a fucked up, messed up, dark game, man. Like, it's got these, themes and interesting stuff. And I think, like, playing it from a, female perspective, at least,
Sure.
it was like, I'm able to see, like, James's objectification of women in these manifestations. Like, the one that's just legs on top of legs. It's like, that is a dehumanized, objectified, literally objectified woman. And
Right.
like his angst and his sexual frustration at like marrying this gorgeous, pretty young lady, and immediately she gets sick, and in such a way that like she's no longer able to perform wifely duties, and he immediately becomes resentful of having to do the hard part of being married, which is taking care of each other through thick and thin. And that's like something I didn't think games would ever tackle ever,
Sure.
So it was
or at
really
least tackling it in such an abstract way, because I'm used to things in games being just like explicitly spelled out,
dead ass obvious, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and it was also, because it wasn't explicitly spelled out, the fandom was really interesting to be in, because you had tons of like different forums and stuff like that of people discussing the symbolism. Like, what does this mean? Did you notice this in this room? Like, how weird is that? Do you think this is a reference to the previous game? And like, what do you think they're going to do with the next game and stuff like that? So it was like a really, really fun and like intellectually stimulating sort of fandom to be in. And I think, unfortunately, that made everybody kind of feel like they were too smart for lots of other games. And it became very gatekeepy over time as more games came out. And they didn't hit that spot that Silent Hill hit, being this kind of like symbolic sleeper hit. I don't know if it was a sleeper hit, but whatever. And like being a teenager, it's like, oh, I'm the smartest person alive. I'm thinking about symbolism and themes, you know?
Sure.
So there's a bit of, a lot of fart sniffing going on, of course, but it was, very important to my development as a person.
Sure.
And like as a content creator, because if this game didn't happen to me, I wouldn't be here on Giant Bomb. I probably would not have made Let's Play videos ever, or been interested in doing that, and therefore gotten the skills to be a video editor and be streaming stuff and all sorts of stuff like that. So like, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love sharing it with other people. And I know I'm super biased. I'm super nostalgic for it. I'm aware.
Sure,
That's
sure,
fine.
sure. I just want to quickly point out, I just pulled up like 2001 in video games, and I think the year 2001 and the game releases might be one of the most insanely packed years, because
One of the Metal Gears came out. Which Metal Gear came out that year? Was that
2?
Sons of Liberty? 2?
Yeah.
Oh God, Jesus.
2.
What a good year for Konami.
Yeah, right. But then you also get like huge blockbusters like GTA 3, Halo, the first one.
Oh my God.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, Soul Reaver 2, the debut of Devil May Cry,
Oh
and
my
then
God.
on top of that, you're also getting like really
Melee.
Yeah,
Smash Bros.
Melee. But you also get Eco, you get Advance Wars, Jack and Daxter, the first one, FFX, or Final Fantasy X, sorry. And perhaps the original Animal Crossing. Dang.
Half-Life 2, was that 2001 also?
I'm not immediately seeing it on this list, but you also get wild stuff like the first Pikmin, Luigi's Mansion,
Yes,
Golden Sun.
GameCube.
Damn.
GameCube was happening, baby. Oh, 2001.
Yeah,
One of the best
2001.
vintage years.
Oh,
Best
man.
vintage year.
This was a hot year for Konami, actually, because Zone of the Enders also came out in 01.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, Zone of the Enders,
crazy.
maybe like top 30, in the 30 range of my top video games. If we're going like 1 to 100.
Nice. Also, Half-Life 2 was 2004. Never mind.
2004. But yeah, I think this must have been the year. Was this when the GBA came out? Because there's a lot of hotness popping out.
Mm-hmm.
Dang,
Yeah, like
dang.
very, very crazy. Like 2001 was crazy to begin with, but it's just like you look at all those other games and they are, vibe-wise, they don't approach like Silent Hill 2's like somberness, maturity. Like
RuneScape also came out in 2001.
Get out. That's amazing.
Oh, and perhaps, sorry to cut you off, Jess, but perhaps the biggest release, Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize 2001 was going off.
Yeah, I didn't realize how big of hot of a year this was. Dang. I know the multiple outlets, and even within GB, we've had discussions about what is the best year in games. And I think 01.
It's 2001.
01 might be up there.
If it's not 99 or 98, it's 01.
Yeah, this is a banging year.
Wow.
But
yeah,
Jess, you were saying.
I know this was probably difficult for you to play. So I appreciate you playing it. I respect and acknowledge your struggles in playing it. It was spooky. It was sad. Those are things you normally don't have to deal with in the stuff you play. You're a trooper is what I want to say. And I appreciate you playing the game.
Jess. It's easy when you have a guide such as yourself.
Shucks.
So Jess, we are now at the end of Silent Hill 2. We'll probably try and put together a PowerPoint.
So I wanna ask, I wanna figure out logistics here, because we still have that sub scenario, Born from a Wish, and I want to tell you, you play as Maria. What's that face for? What emotion is this?
People think I'm just done playing. Is why.
I know. What if I told you it was like 2 episodes long? It's pretty short. It's like a 3-hour game. We can stop. We can stop. Baby Jen wants to go home.
I'm already home.
He's too scared.
Let's just do it. Let's just do it.
Content.
Okay.
What if we bring like another buddy or something?
There's no more buddies.
No more buddies.
No, there's no more buddies. We might have to do a mega episode next week, and
Okay, we'll just
do the whole thing.
We'll just get it all done.
Yeah.
I could do that.
The PowerPoint will probably have to wait. I'm just looking at a calendar.
PowerPoint will be after that, I think.
Yeah.
How long to beat Born from a Wish? 91 hours. No, it's an hour 11 minutes long.
Okay, well, we can do that next week.
Yeah.
The Jan Jess Blaine probably won't happen then, but we'll probably pause on that to collect all the assets, and then we are going to take a break in between Silent Hill 2 and 3.
Perhaps indefinitely, depending on Jan's mood.
No,
if you're Silent Hilled out, I understand. If you're donezo for the rest of your life or the rest of the year or whatever, you've been a trooper.
I'm willing to stick it out to 3 at least.
Okay.
Yeah, because 3 I think is the full extent of where my Silent Hill knowledge goes, because I just know it's a blonde lady with a vest.
Yes, and it's also like, that's it's the sequel to Silent Hill 1. So if you want to see what happens after Silent Hill 1, there's that.
I do. I really
you miss
love
Harry.
I love
you love Harry. Why do you love Harry so much? What really
He's
speaks
just
to you
a
about
cool
Harry?
Dude. He's just a cool dude. Harry vacation, man. I don't want to subject Jess to playing Kingdom Hearts, because that is a much longer endeavor.
So long.
And
I've
getting
also
her to
played most of the first Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. And then getting the bouncer to run on modern hardware is a little challenging, and I don't want to subject Jess to doing that. So I may have to think about the Jan canon and what I think games matter to me. Actually, you know what?
Sly Cooper, right?
No.
I haven't played Sly Cooper.
There's a game that I feel like will not vibe with you, but it's gonna do the same way, where it doesn't. Silent Hill doesn't vibe with me.
Yeah. It's fair is fair. Yeah.
Let's just say, you're from New York, so it might, it might be good to have like a fight for New York.
Is it Parasite Eve?
Like, folks at home might have already thought of what I'm gonna do there, but Jess, do an outro.
Thank you for watching Run to the Hills. We'll be back at some other point. Thanks for watching.